Well, there's so much happening in downtown Lima, and we don't always know about it. Well, today we're going to find out about it. We've got Dave Stratton. Of course, he's the president and CEO of Allen Economic Development Group, and this is exciting stuff happening in downtown, isn't it?
Good afternoon, Holly. It's always good to be with you. It's exciting what's taking place in downtown Lima, and we were talking about how much investment is going on, private and public money, up to $60 million in capital investment in downtown Lima.
Right. I hate to be Debbie Downer at first, but before we get to all these projects, because there's a lot. I mean, is this really going to happen? I mean, sometimes we hear about it and we're like, oh, it's 10 years down the road, you know? Or is this happening now?
Well, there's steps taken all the time, right? So, and really the start of it all was Road State, and it is happening, okay? And then on top of that, many of these, as far as like the Amphitheater, that project just had a groundbreaking last Monday. Many of the other projects are on target, but it takes time.
Yeah, and I think we're impatient about that. So, all right, it's exciting stuff. So let's go down the list and try to talk about some of it. What about Central District in Lima? Central
District Lima, just a week and a half ago, we had Governor DeWine here along with JP Nassif, and they gave an announcement, had an announcement that we went to them for a grant of $1.26 million for revitalization of downtown Lima. It went toward the Central District project. That project's on task. There's work being done right now. It's about a $4 million project. I don't really see it being completely accomplished and developed until about mid-23, late 23, though. So,
well, that's not that far away.
Not very far.
So that's good. All right. You mentioned the Amphitheater. That was an exciting day this weekend. Cold weather. But we were out there moving the dirt, right? Because things are starting.
Wow, I'm proud of the Rotary Club for what they brought into the picture, Greater Lima region. The city of Lima has been very supportive of that project. That project's a $4 million plus project, 5,000 seat outdoor auditorium, amphitheater. I think that's going to be a catalyst for so much more. Beautiful facility, and I think it'll be right in the midst of a lot of these other projects. So.
Well, isn't it like you see this in other cities, you know, big cities? These projects are all big city projects, I think, by the way. But that something like the Amphitheater does spark other things, and like you get this downtown going, that'll spark other things everywhere else, right?
You know, we're all business minded, right? So what we end up doing are going to the businesses to say, how can we attract new employees for your business? Two things are always mentioned. We need a vibrant downtown and quality market rate housing. So we're really addressing, in my mind, a lot of what's taking place, Amphitheater, and then as it spreads out to many other areas throughout Lima.
Let's talk about another one, Spring and Maine project.
Spring and Maine. So John Hafey is a wonderful supporter of Lima, Allen County, and he has a project that's on the corner of Spring and Maine. Beautiful building, once owned by Tom Cullen. This building is built like it has strength to it, a lot of concrete, but cosmetically needs a lot of work. Be a $4 million plus project. Outdoor dining will be addressed on that on Spring Street, which then correlates right to the Amphitheater and then over to Central Avenue. This building is a beautiful building sitting right beside Road State. First floor will have kind of a food court type feel to it. 3 or 4 different smaller restaurants in it. Going to be a wonderful place, not only for the students, but for all of us to enjoy.
Right, yeah, that sounds like a fun building too. All right, you see this in so many communities. Breweries, they're popping up everywhere, you know, and that really facilitates action in downtown. And so Nelson Brewery, some high school students were touring that from Columbus Grove.
Oh, we had a wonderful time with the Columbus Grove High School. They have an economic development class that goes from freshman year through senior year. And this year, they're looking at projects in downtown development. We took them on a tour of 4 different sites. Their goal is to look at what kind of presentation there might be from their perspective. Again, we're talking, you know, 16-year-old students. What would they like to see in downtown Lima? Well, Nelson Brewery, we took them to that. Rob and Nicole Nelson, who have also the Met. This property is a beautiful old property. Needs some investment, about $4.5 million needs to go into that project. And that, tell you what, with the pricing of everything today, that changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does.
And so we need to support these projects like this one so much. And by the way, the Nelsons are also, they have the property right beside the Met, which is called the Fat Cat, if you remember. And that's going to be a pizza place by slice. So if you want to go, instead of a full pizza, you want to go buy and go through a drive-through and get a piece of pizza, they're going to have that as well.
See, things are happening downtown. Exciting things.
They are.
It's going to bring everybody down.
We're all about next generation leadership. Our goal is to bring high school kids in, and then also looking at the all-class Lima leadership. We're going to take them on a tour in May as well.
Lots of people need to see it so they know what's happening and the investment being made. Thanks, Dave, for telling us all about it. We need to know, and now we do, so thanks.
Good for you. Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We'll look at the weather forecast next.